What I was more disappointed with is the ease in which we kind of handed that game to him. Penalty was a soft one. You know, him getting sent off kind of handed the impetus over to Spurs. And like I say, Spurs are not that kind of team. They're not going to be like a City where they're going to pass you to death. So they could just sit in and just take the time with what they were doing. And in the end, you know, we couldn't lay a glove on them, really. We couldn't really break them down, because what you want from Spurs, and like you watch Spurs against City away from home, against Liverpool away from home, is they play like that. They play on the break because they've got quality forwards, you know, in Harry Kane, in Son. So they can afford to, like, they'll drop off and then they'll hit you on the break. And what we ended up doing there with Arsenal is because we gave them that penalty, then they got their second goal. Spurs didn't need to do anything. They need to come out and play and do anything. So then Arsenal couldn't really get into them because we couldn't get ourselves going. But at the same time, I was expecting a different game, a bit patient and then give them some problems, but it didn't. The way the game panned out is simply because of the way the goals came about and the sending off, it kind of handed them the game for me.
Yeah, I think first 10 minutes, Arsenal were the better side. They had more of the possession in Spurs' half. Spurs couldn't get hold of the ball, and I'm thinking this is going to be a really tough game. But I think the lack of discipline in the end, you know, holding, as I kept saying at half-time, we'll have a look, the straight balls up. As a defender, sometimes you just got to hold your ground. You know, then he goes and he's been booked, then you go and do that, what he did. Just let the ball wasn't even getting to Son. The ball was overhit from Dyer. And that's a lack of professionalism. It's like, I don't know if it's the heat of the North London derby, I don't know, the willingness to want to win.
I think he was scared of him, Gaffer.
Yeah. But he hadn't got, on them 3 occasions, Ian, he hadn't got turned and was running at him.
No.
He was like, not his ball to win, I'm afraid. If that's a youngster coming to the first team and making his debut, he was saying, no, just stand up, let him knock it away, and then if he spins, go with him. Don't try and attempt to win that ball. There's no danger. And I don't know why Holding, he wanted to get tight all the time and go through the back of players. Here, straight ball, look, he didn't need to try and win that. Then he kicks him a little bit in the back. And I think the referee's gone, all right, I'll give you one. The straight ball up again. Don't need to win it from there. You're not going to win it from there. If you've got a good, if you've got a good striker, they're just going to get their body in between again. And in the end, the ref goes, no, I've had enough now. Look, he goes 3 tackles. Look, 3. And now he's got to change his game. That's the thing. When you're on a yellow and you're a defender and you want to get tight and you want to do, you can't do that anymore. And now this is ridiculous. It really is. It's a lack of discipline and doing the right thing at the right time. And the referee saw it.
I just think that when you're going to play like that against Son, I think that what Tottenham said was, let's just keep giving him it. Because what's going to happen is that this is probably going to happen. You're going to get booked at some stage because, like I say, he looked like he was afraid of Son, and why wouldn't he be? He's an amazing player. And they just kept feeding the ball down to him. And in the end, like the referee said, it was 3, and then the sending off, he couldn't complain. You know, he couldn't complain about the sending off because he was running towards him, he headed him, so it was horrible to see. Yeah. I suppose you have to look at it like that simply because, but so like I say, we're a young side and this is a very precious situation. I thought this was a precious situation in respect to this game. You know what I mean? With a full house at White Hart Lane, we had to go out and try and remain calm and try and get something. It didn't work out because of the penalty, and that kind of changed the game. But again, we're talking about trying to get into the Champions League and playing in games with this kind of pressure. So it's the kind of pressure they should get used to if that's where they want to go. So yeah, Newcastle's going to be tough, just like Everton. We don't know, Everton might be safe by the end by the time we play against them, and we will need to win it. So it's a case of going and getting it done. So this is, you know exactly what needs to be done. So you have to try and go and do it.
Okay, it's been an extremely eventful and who knows, pivotal midweek in the Premier League that, of course, began with Liverpool getting over the line, doing their job on Tuesday at Aston Villa by 2-1. Manchester City responded with another 5-star, 5-goal performance at Wolves. Everton got a point at Watford. Leicester got back to winning ways, and Leeds, of course, in deep trouble, beaten again with another red card, 3-0 at home to Chelsea. And tonight, 3-0 is the same scoreline for Spurs to win the North London derby against Arsenal. So, in terms of that battle for fourth, a reminder, 1 point in it. Glenn's right, the goal difference much better for Spurs. Only 6 points left to play for both teams. Spurs go first on Sunday at home to Burnley. They win that. Arsenal drop to fifth before they go to Newcastle on Monday. As if you need a reminding of the enthralling title race. 3 points in it now with 2 games to go. City are 7 goals better off, and they play next, of course, on Sunday away at West Ham before Liverpool go to Southampton the following Tuesday. And as I say, Leeds are up against it. They have 2 games to go, Brighton at home and Brentford away. Level on points with Burnley, who have an extra game to play. They, of course, are Tottenham's next opponents. There is a scenario on Sunday. If Leeds don't beat Brighton and Everton do beat Brentford, then Everton will be safe, and that 3-horse race will become 2.